Okay, that's happening.
This is the pure wax. A lot of hard work is involved, and this looks like chena through which you can make rasagullas. This looks very tasty. The next destination was selling off the rest of the honey to the buyers. After all the mathematical calculations, I realized that each member of the team would take home an amount of rupees 5,000, equivalent to around $100. And for this, they wait the whole year, take all the risks, and then again wait for the next year. When I realized that I had nothing more to cover, I asked my leave. When Lalu suddenly came up with a plan, it went like this. The village had few honeycombs, and Lalu suggested that why don't we go and cut those honeycombs exactly the way they do it in the forest. This was the only part missing, and I was more than happy to oblige. The next morning, we went to the site, and suddenly they were not the same people I knew. It seemed something took over them, and they were totally absorbed in their work. The masks they wore were designed to deceive the tiger. Normally the tiger attacks from behind, and the honey collectors wore the mask behind their head, thus confusing the tiger. These masks are being provided by the forest office, but Lalu told me that the tigers were much more smart than to be fooled by these childish masks. Everything was going on smoothly when all hell broke loose. Even before I could realize, at least 1,500 bees were on my face and body. I started running towards nowhere and getting the bites in the process. One of the bees entered my ear, and then I lost all the power to think. The excruciating pain compelled me to take off all my clothes and jump into a nearby pond. This is what happened. I just jumped into the pond, and I just come out to get the state of my lips. One of the bees went into my ear. I'm in a bad shape. I have to go and visit a doc. When I returned to my friend's place, I looked something like this. What's wrong with my body? Look at my lips. I got at least 25 to 30 bites. It was a mutual mistake of my team and myself. They didn't give me any protection, and I was not wise enough to ask for it. Anyhow, we realized our mistakes and decided that we will go once again, but will take all the care. That night, I had a fit of vomit, diarrhea, and high fever. The next morning was fixed for the operation. Though I had been courageous enough to commit myself into it once again, when I reached the site, I could feel the paranoia inside me. This is the ingenious plan that they have done to protect me from the mosquito bites that I had to tolerate yesterday, and I hope it doesn't happen today. Just keeping my fingers crossed. When a person calls a bee mosquito, you can easily sense how tense he can be. The operation started and went off well. Just 2 bites in my share and 1 in my assistant's share. Lalu told me that during those 6 days of expedition, they got stung at least 10 to 15 times every day. In the end, I was left wondering whether the endeavor of these honey collectors was worth it. Though I was satisfied with what I got and returned to Kolkata.